Hi, I'm Leslie with Now I Get It Tutoring Services, and I have the pleasure of being with one of my now former clients, Deborah. We worked with her son from 10th to 12th grade in writing and study skills across all subjects and organization skills across all subjects as well. And so I worked with Jared myself in 10th grade, and there's more information about that experience on lqwritingtutor.com. Which is more about me as a personal tutor, but I want to talk with her now about her experience, or Jared's experience, working with one of my tutors for 11th and 12th grade. And Jared worked with Adam for writing, for SAT, and for executive functioning for study skills and also for college writing, college admissions essays, helping Jared get those together. So I was going to ask what was the need for tutoring, but I think I've explained it. But when you say what were you seeing in terms of the executive functioning? So for study skills and for the organization, what were you seeing that made you think we need to get help with this?
Well, Jared was a big procrastinator at first. Mm-hmm. He was involved in sports, so once he got home, I don't know if he figured out which assignment he should do 1st mm-hmm. or which he should do last, or how much he should do
mm-hmm.
and on his assignments. Just planning,
mm-hmm.
for his assignments.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so, what did you think of the process? Because I stopped tutoring Jared myself, and actually stopped tutoring more. Period. Because when my daughter Arden was born, then I needed to, stop tutoring myself personally as much. So what did you think of the process of going from working with me personally to working with a tutor? What did you think of that process?
I thought it was an easy transition. Jared was introduced to Adam, mm-hmm. and it was an immediate bond between both of them. Mm-hmm. Adam was pretty laid back, and that's the type of personality that Jared has. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it just worked out really well.
Yeah, because at first I had paired him with a different tutor, and like I always say with all my clients, you never know. I do my best, and I think about 85% of the time I get it right the first time, but every once in a while I don't. And so, I checked in after the first couple sessions, and when it was like, she's great.
It just wasn't going that well. Just the communication process, I just think it just didn't work well for him. And Adam, it just clicked just like that immediately.
Yeah, and so, and that happens sometimes where, but I always managed to get it right.
You did.
So I was like, okay, if it doesn't work the first time, we've got to make it work the second time. Yeah. So that's what we did. And so, how was the tutoring experience working with Adam?
It was an excellent experience. I mean, Jared grew as a writer. He was more organized, and then especially when it came to the application process for applying for school, when it came to the essays, mm-hmm. it was just easy for him to put his thoughts down on paper, mm-hmm. and mm-hmm. it was just a really good experience. Yeah.
Awesome. And what did you think of the experience working with me as the point person? Because as you know, with the model, I'm the one who oversees it. Like, you don't talk to my assistant about, the actual tutoring process of what's going on. Like, I'm the one who checks in. I'm the one who calls and, ensures that everything is still on the right track. So what did you think of my continued involvement?
I thought you did a great job. You were very good with contacting us, making sure everything was fine. I mean, Adam was always on time, very thorough. If he couldn't make it, he would always call us in advance and say, "Hey, I'm running a little behind." Mm-hmm. And like I said, you were really good with just checking in, just to make sure Adam was doing what he was supposed to do, mm-hmm. and he did.
And the great thing about the way that I was able to be involved was that when I know that I jumped in when it came to working with his essays, Jared's college admissions essays, because there were so many of them. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to come in and I'm going to work with Jared for this particular essay, or Adam would send me a draft and I would, make corrections and edits as well. And if there was an issue with the teacher, then I would be the one to, if there was an issue, a question of an assignment, then I would coordinate with the people at Paideia, which is where Jared went to school, the Paideia School, So I would be the one to, coordinate. So I always tried to maintain an active role, even though I wasn't I wasn't tutoring directly. I always wanted to be a resource.
But you're very
for
involved. You were.
Adam and you all with, three-way calls just to make sure we're all, like, we got to get this boy off to college. Let's make sure that we're on track.
You were very much involved. So, yes, you were.
And so, what do you think? Oh, and so, how did Jared end up doing school-wise, academically, and then SAT, and then in terms of college?
Jared did really well on his SAT. I think his scores went up maybe over 200 points or more. Math, he did really well. He was already a really, really good math student. His math did go up as well, but his writing went up, like I said, 200 to 300 points. And he did really well on his essays. And he is a sophomore at Morehouse College now. He's doing really well.
We made it. And do you feel like the skills that he learned, how do you think he's in terms of organizing himself and in terms of the skills he learned during tutoring?
He's very organized now. I think he's carried that on with him to Morehouse, which is a plus, and I hope he keeps doing as well as he's doing right now.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we've been pleased with the program.
Awesome. I can't believe he's a sophomore in college, but
time flies.
It does. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.